Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Screw friends to a rich fan of business talking movies, TV, other reasons.
Yep, another week, another show, more stuff to talk about, and oh, yeah, I think I was going somewhere with that. I just kind of lost track there. Anyway, yeah, it's been quite a week. I did do some streaming. I got in like 9 episodes worth of Toho Lunar Nights. So yay! I actually finished up the main story portion. Now I'm on the bonus stage. Then I need to do the boss rush. So at least a couple more episodes worth. Tested out the Minecraft mod pack I've been playing. Seems to be working fine again so far. Kept stable enough for me to get my inventory sorted out, so that's a good sign. Got my RetroTink 4K in. That yay HDMI upscaling, as well as my Carby for my GameCube. So I have HDMI output for the GameCube. Got that set up today. As far as other stuff goes, work was weird this week. Like, had a program on Wednesday night, so that was normal. Didn't have any work Thursday night, and then Friday I had to wake up early because I had to be at the door at 10:30 in the morning. But I didn't have to work dinner that night, so no, it evens out. And today I've just been kind of taking a chill day. Like, yesterday kicked my ass. Like, I am not built for waking up at 6 in the morning. Uh, but yeah, so let's see now. So yeah, I'm all set to continue playing Pokemon Ruby when I get around to that. Also, I picked up one of the hot new games that's been on Steam lately, Schedule 1. Like, I've been watching Mike stream it on Twitch, and it's like, oh my god, the play loop looks really addicting. Also, apparently the developers of Schedule 1 are getting sued by the devs of what was Drug Dealer Simulator. So it's like, okay, on the off chance that they somehow get shut down, get the game now. That way, if they do pull it down, I'll still have access. So from what I've read, and everyone agrees that Schedule 1 has the better gameplay, even if it does kind of look like it was made with Roblox. But yeah, that's on my to play list, as well as Streets of Rogue. I needed to get around to that. Like, I played a little bit of it on Switch, but it's like, yeah, PC controls are like keyboard and mouse is where it's at. So yeah, let's see now what else. So yeah, since I got the RetroTink 4K, I put my RetroTink 5X up on eBay, so hopefully I can get some money back. I figure give it a couple weeks. If it doesn't sell yet, then I'll try Facebook. I'll try Facebook Marketplace. Let's see now what else. Might buy some more anime. Like, my overseas anime shop is having a buy one get one free sale, and it's like, ooh, they have the latest 2 seasons of Sword Art Online. I mean, mind you, each season is like you flip between 2 DVDs, but still buy one get one free. So, and I do like sticking it to Aniplex. Like, I would buy their stuff more often if they had just released standard editions. Uh, yeah, I'm still kind of debating that one because shipping's like $25, so yeah. Sentai Filmworks is also having a spring sale, but they don't have buy one get one free, and it's like, eh, their anime selection is it's okay, but just like nothing that really stands out as like, oh, I really want to get this series. But anything else? Um, yeah, I can't really think of anything. I've just been keeping an eye on Facebook for a Game Boy Advance SP. I'm following a couple of game stores, so it's like, okay, have they posted anything, any new acquisitions? No? Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. And of course, checking the marketplace. Unfortunately, like, the cheapest Game Boy Advance SPs are always like 30 plus miles away. And I'd rather not go that far. If only the DS had the link cable port, then I wouldn't have to go through all this mess. But yeah, so I currently have settings for the RetroTink setup for the Switch, the N64, at least the current setup for that. I plan on getting an S video cable for it, since it's that's slightly better than component than composite. That's it, composite. Just slightly. I think it enables a couple more settings. Also have the 4:3 ratio for GameCube and the 16:9, as well as the settings for the Game Boy Player. I'm old enough on setting up the other consoles until I actually get the HDMI cable adapters. But soon all will be HDMI. And then I'm gonna have to rearrange all the devices so it'll be easier to access. I think he moved the HDMI switches up a bit. That way it's like, oh, and move them to the side. That way I don't have to keep reaching underneath to try to wriggle in the new cords. Like, it's just a pain. It's like it's right behind the TV, so I had to like squeeze it in there. It's like you can't see where the hole is or how it's oriented, so you just kind of like okay, try to fit it in. It's like, no, that's not it. Do I have to turn it around? No. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
On the plus side, once I get all that done, I'll be able to get rid of the deposit switch. So, yay! But yeah, I think that's basically it. Nothing I can really think of to add to the discussion about previous week. Yeah, so how was your week?
after watching the action of last weekend, a few of the major things. Got my event for this month booked. As well as the hotel for next time I'm in Puyallup, which will likely be a couple months if I did my maths correctly. Sure, they have a new camera card in before next weekend. As earlier today, I think we didn't have much. Part to fill, but still to a point where I'm in desperate need of a new card. This event was a bit of a scheduling curveball, but still we managed, thankfully, and that will hopefully. That actually makes up at this point in time for an earlier scheduling conflict. Just need to try and remedy something that also happened this month. This turns out that'll be biannual. Went to see the Minecraft movie on Monday. Actually, honestly feel like it's a bit of a serious contrast to what some certain critics might be saying. And thankfully reports we'll get to in a little bit, support my feelings in regards to something that happened in there that could mean more elements from the game are on their way into becoming a film series of sorts.
Okay.
surprised so much to get the sheet done. So I'm having to be split into a couple sections. I need to take a break for the thing in the afternoon.
Right.
Part of the plans in the next few days will include finishing up text for a certain date, of course, and then a few other minor things. Hopefully I'll be able to find a way to catch up on this weekend's action. All for getting prepared for next weekend.
Yeah, next week's gonna be fun. Anyway.
Yeah, no, shouldn't be too much until things start picking up again, and then, yeah, hopefully things will work out for that. Could you hold on for a bit?
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
Right. This time around, a certain wild group has finally made their comeback.
Who? Okay. Right.
I said
Oh.
a certain wild group has finally made their comeback.
Ah, sorry. Brain's just kind of. Bleh. Yeah. So wild mains. Yeah, been a while. So yeah, Coco's friends are acting all weird. It's like, you're probably wondering how we got into the situation. Well, so long story short, she and the Macaron Force, er, apparently they found like this recipe book, and it's like, oh yeah, these recipes may cause emotional outbursts and change in character. It's like, oh, so of course they think like, oh, this is fine. Let's make these. So they make them, and the friends eat them, and now one of them is all sad. The other one, another one's super competitive, and the other one is just like everything's great. Congratulations, you drugged your friends. Uh, Like one of them's all sad and depressed. Like another one's, like I said, competitive, but you could take it as somewhat aggressive in a way, and the other one's just, oh, okay. I think you guys just gave that one weed. Like everything's great. They're like, okay, how to fix this? How to fix this? There's a recipe for plain macarons. Sure, that might reset them to the factory settings. So they make them. They have the others try them, and they go back to normal. It's like, yeah, the competitive one. It's like, uh, yeah, I kind of need to take a break. Chill time now. The sad one, it's like, uh, okay, whatever. Happy one, it's like, happy, okay, sure. So it's like, okay, we're locking this book away, never to see the light of day again. And so they never ran into that issue again. Yeah, interesting episode. It's like, yeah, just snacks that make you feel things to an extreme. Okay, I guess. Not the wackiest premise for an episode we've had out of this series. Yeah, alright episode.
Yes, nothing to take away or get rid of more. Get rid of more in terms of the outfit design. As already mentioned, interesting conveyance in regards to the adult version would be drugs alcohol. This younger version would be a sugar overdose. or certain imports that may or may not be basically. I remember a certain Gravity Falls episode where it's too much in dose, and
Ah, yeah. Hmm. But yeah.
yeah, basically the important business. Final note. Bit of a listener preference if that case you at the end.
Yeah.
We'll have top states working on it. Top
Yep.
states.
So yeah. So
And speaking of our old friend Indiana Jones,
yep. Episode 2. So apparently the Goon Squad is like roaming around this area by an abandoned mine, and it's like, okay, keeping an eye out for Zora. We like, yeah, Zora like, hey, look at this. Like, Zora could have been here. Like, oh right, we should totally report that. Like, so it looks like the board's been taken off the mine shaft and then put back. Yeah, sure, right. I totally think that's something we should report. I'd rather not be here. The whole Zoro thing is not something I would prefer to deal with right now. That sounds like someone else's problem kind of thing. And then suddenly, flying snake. Like, ah! Flying demon beast! Ah! So they run away. Meanwhile, Zoro gets there, like, sees them running, like, the hell's going on with them? Uh, so yeah, apparently the main bad guy is, like, having dinner with like, Zoro's whole family group thing where he is, and it's like, blah, 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 Zoro bad, blah, 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 me good, law and order, Zoro, chaos, anarchy, bad. And the main group's just like, you keep saying Zoro bad, but it's like, so far, it's like, we have no issue with him. Like, man, I think the topic of, like, what happened at that one area gets brought up, and it's like, wait, something happened there? It's like, oh, weird, I saw them running away the other night. So yeah, so apparently there's this whole plot with, like, ancient Mayan gold in the mines. So like, okay, we need to get into those mines to get the gold. Yay, gold. Now, clearly they're up to something, and Zoro wants to put a stop to that. He doesn't know what's going on. Like, he just knows that, like, okay, they're up to something. It, whatever they're up to, bad. So it's like, okay, follow them. So, main bad guy and main goon get go in there, start heading in. They get ambushed. They get attacked by this big guy with a really unique sword. Unfortunately, hold on. Let me pull up the Zoro wiki page. And, like that way, I can actually talk about their actual names. Okay, new adventure Zoro. Montecero and Sergeant Garcia. Those are the bad guys. So yeah, unfortunately, Montecero manages to break the guy's sword and pins him down. Like, okay, gonna get rid of you. Then Zoro shows up and like, if you want to fight, fight me instead. But like, ooh, look, just who I was just who I wanted to kill. So like, so they start fighting, and the guy whose sword was broken is like, okay, I'm just gonna trigger this trap here and run off. And the ceiling starts collapsing, with Zoro being caught in the previous section of the cave, and Montecero and Garcia being in the go forward section. Thankfully, Zoro came prepared with some digging tools. It's like, okay, just move these rocks here, and I'm through. Like, yeah, that's not gonna stop me. Uh, so they go on, and like, they minecart section. So they both groups get into minecarts, and they have a sword fight while traveling in the minecarts. Then Garcia pulls out a crowbar, like, okay, just nudge this under here, and he goes on that track, and that track goes into the pit. Huzzah! I defeated Zoro! Like, congratulations, Sergeant Garcia, you accomplished something today. I mean, you didn't permanently get rid of him, but, you at least slowed him down, so, points to you. But yeah, so, Zoro manages to save himself and climb up, only to be encountered by 3 guys with weapons. Yeah, they're not here to help him up. I think, okay, yeah, you're clearly here to take the treasure. You're not supposed to be here. The punishment is death. Yeah, but that guy actually wants your treasure. I want to stop him. We're on the same side here. And the guy from before shows up. It's like, yeah, he saved me. He's good with me. So like, okay, so there's some chambers up ahead. They're trapped. It'll take quite a while to actually, walk you through it. And Zero's like, yeah, we don't have time for that. I'll just figure it out as I go along. Meanwhile, Montecero and Garcia manage to sneak up on one of the other guards. And like, okay, you're guarding this plain wall. Clearly, there's something behind this wall. So they break the wall. Like, okay, clearly there's traps. You guide us through. So he guides them through the traps. The first chamber, like, okay, you're not supposed to stand on the ground. Hang on to the pipe overhead. Second room. You don't want to be standing. Crawl on the ground. Third room. You don't want to be standing here. Climb across using these platforms on the wall. Like, those play areas with the climbing walls? Think that. Meanwhile, Zoro has to catch up. Like, okay, first chamber. Let's, start heading through. Like, oh no, the floor is collapsing. He manages to whip his way up to the pipe above. Like, okay, so, yeah, not walking here is bad. Second chamber. after walking, after failing to walk across the first room, clearly walking across this one should be fine. Oh hey, razor blades coming up, flying up through the walls. Fuck. A a dungeon trap classic. Like, okay, just gonna crawl. Third room. Like, okay, walking. Clearly clearly third time's the charm. Spiky ceiling starts falling down. Like, okay, not even bothering with the platform tricks. I am just dashing through here. But finally, they get to the final chamber. Oh yeah, so Zoro was warned, don't, don't, there was this whole backstory where, like, back at the top, way back in ancient Mayan times, they had this great treasure, but there was a prophecy that the Golden Men would take it, you know, the conquistadors and whatnot. So it's like, okay, so the Great Serpent and took it to hide it away. The Great Serpent Kukulkan, as it's known by the Yucatec Mayans, or Ku'u Ku'ukumatsu and Tohil among the Quiche Maya, or, as I was thinking when I saw this thing, the whole winged serpent thing, Quetzalcoatl, as known among the Aztecs. It's like, wait, winged serpent, isn't that Quetzalcoatl? Yeah, it was warned that one day the treasure's hiding spot would be found again. So it's like, yeah, don't step on the serpent's tail. So they get to the chamber, and it's this big walkway up to where all the gold is, surrounded by this serpent, this Kukulkan statue. So Montesero starts walking up, and Zoro shows up. It's like, don't step on the tail. It's like, okay, enough. So Montesero's like, okay, enough of you. So they fight, and Zoro seems to have the upper hand, but Garcia comes in with the spear, like pins Zoro to the wall. Like, you know what? Garcia's on his A game today. That's twice that he's like hindered Zoro in one way or another. So Montesero climbs up the steps, and one of the steps happens to be the serpent's tail. The serpent starts flooding the room with water, as it as 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 serpents tend to do. So the guy that was guiding them through the so Zoro gets free. He frees the guy that guided the other group through, and he's like, "Okay, I know a secret passage. Just follow me through here, and yeah, screw those guys." So Montesero and Garcia get washed away down the river. Meanwhile, Zoro and the other guy, it's like now they're on a cliff of mountain or mountain's edge or whatever, but the mountain is collapsing. Oh no! So it turns out that earlier Isabella and Bernardo found a book describing the whole multi-chambered full of traps thing. So they decided like we need a help. So so when Zoro and the other guy get out, they toss a rope down to get them away. Like, okay, they didn't get the treasure, good, and now the entrance is all collapsed and just rocks everywhere. So like, yeah, they're not coming back. Uh, so all was good, except now, like I guess the Aztecs, I mean the Mayans are out of a job now. So like, yeah, they're not getting back in there.
I believe one of the closing lines was, "Have a safe journey south."
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Kukulkan Khan will move the gold off camera. Yeah, interesting episode. Oh yeah, turns out the winged serpent that Garcia and his group saw, it's just a kite. And it's funny, it's like when I saw that, my mind was just like, That's a kite, isn't it?" Yeah, fun episode. Good amount of action. Like I said, Garcia was on his A game this time around. Like he was like the MVP for Team Montecero. Oh yeah, the drawing of Kukul Khan. I made note that like, oh, it's Trogdor. Oh no, we need to stop him before he burninates the countryside. Although I'm pretty sure that the cottages will be fine because I'm pretty sure none of them are thatch roofed cottages. So at least the housing should be fine. Uh,
I'm honestly surprised for all the times I've mentioned one of the brothers' chaps. I can't remember if it was either Gravity Falls or Outhouse, but I'm surprised you never caught the I'm surprised you never brought up brought up any kind of reference of such until now.
to be fair, things like that just pop into my head randomly.
Hmm.
I I think partly it was because it was kind of like a sketched drawing. It's like, heh, uh,
I guess this time no one took a certain official image supposed to, well, be bringing up at least one of the creator names.
yep. Yeah, it's just it's fun.
No, that Garcia does have a few certain character. As I said before, you will notice that Garcia has a few certain character traits that make you wonder. How long will we stick to this type of loyalty?
Uh, yeah, another good episode, other fun, good episode, and yeah, we'll see where the series takes us next. Uh,
Always seem to remember doing this in most of the episodes that were the deep damaged earlier. Though I could never pinpoint an actual reason.
yep.
Wait down maybe for some but I don't know if it's closest I could probably think was the native studies I might have done around that time, as well as
Yeah.
maybe certain connections. It can be a bit strange at times looking back, given a certain date has already come back on. Thankfully, debunked.
Yep.
As mentioned before, there's certain tropes are also, of course, present here with the ancient treasure, various adventure tropes, and all that.
Yeah. And I did note that like he used his whip to grapple a lot. It's like I was half expecting for him to have his grapple hook with him, but nope, just use the whip to grab onto things to stop from falling into the pit.
That's another thing you notice. Oftentimes, certain tools will make more appearances than others.
Yeah.
Vigilance again, image factor. Here the strong memories I have. And I'd say they probably do, so it could be vocal directions choices. On the possibility that note sounds are available.
I just have thought like how how long were the Mayans down in that blocked off mine? Like and like where are they getting their supplies? standard reply would be, it's a cartoon, stop thinking about it. But it's like, yeah, just trying to figure out the logistics of it all.
Would have to be fairly recently, though, given the discoveries that were made when
Yeah. Oh, that
soldier.
might be why the guy. That might be why the guy at the beginning was like, someone took the boards off and then put them back on.
Precisely.
It didn't click until just now. Yeah.
And it's some physical traits are quite on point. If I remember seeing the effect weights I've been hearing over recent years. But yeah, still one of the strongest memories from my DVD to this day.
Yeah. So, news time. Ooh. The main theme for Minecraft has been added to the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry for its cultural, historical, and aesthetic importance. Nice. Toys from Bob has said it would love to work on a new Banjo-Kazooie game. Ubisoft says players suing over its decision to shut down Peru should have expected to own the game forever. Ubisoft being classic Ubisoft, of course. Sega and Rovio have announced the release date for Sonic Rumble. Sonic Rumble. What is Sonic Rumble? It is fighting game. According to that reply, it's something with the season pass, so oof. It's a party game. Okay, so Mario Party but Sonic. Okay. Bethesda's long expected Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remake, quote, could be released at any moment, it's claimed. Microsoft's new Quake 2 generative AI demo has sparked negative reactions. The Switch, ah, bit my tongue. The Switch 2 has already been added to the Nintendo Museum. Tenkaichi, uh, Tenkaichi, the greatest warrior under the Rising Sun manga, gets a TV anime. Data Live gets a new anime project. My Happy Marriage series reveals new anime in production following the second season finale. Gundam G Quacks TV anime reveals English cast for same-day dub. Keigo Higashino's Kusunoki no Banin novel gets the anime film in 2026. To Be Hero X anime gets same-day English dub and reveals English cast. Willing to bet that there's no one I actually recognize in the cast, and I would be correct. Hana Doll reinterpretation of flowering anime streams main promo video. Marvel, in collaboration with Toho International, will be releasing a Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe comic series. Ooh, so Marvel describes the story as a previously dormant Godzilla has been angrily awoken and begun carving a path of annihilation as its mightiest heroes band together to try to stop its cataclysmic rampage. But when their combined efforts fail to slow the bringer of destruction, Earth's heroes are forced to go to extraordinary lengths to try and bring Godzilla down, including joining forces with Earth's most devious villains. But will this be enough to stop Godzilla as it tears straight through the Marvel Universe into the Dark Dimension and other realms? Plus, how does the King of Monsters connect to the mysterious metal vibranium? And what does this mean for Wakanda? In the face of an unstoppable force of nature, the Marvel Universe must come together like never before in this earth-shattering fight for Earth's survival. So yeah, that'll be interesting. The big anime announcement for this week, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run manga is getting an anime. Soon reveals the 20th entry in the Toho Project main game series, Toho Kinjokyo Fossilized Wonders. Thankfully, it'll also be releasing on Steam. Now, if only they would release, at the very least, games 6 through 9 on Steam, at least then we would get like the modern era all available. Uh, the Hugo Awards nominates The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom game as a finalist. It'll be taking place at the Seattle Worldcon this August, which is the convention I'll be at. So yeah, it's a finalist in the Best Game or Interactive Work category. Other finalists in the category include Caves of Quud, Dragon Age the Veilguard, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Technical Breach Wizards, and 1000 Times Resist. You know, I think Zelda might just have this one because, like, I mean, yeah, Dragon Age, but I think I remember the Veilguard being not that well regarded, and I haven't really heard of the other games, so yeah. The animated Devil May Cry series is getting the second season. My Hero Academia Vigilantes anime reveals same-day English dub and cast. says they will never use AI to replace art in their shows. Quote, we employ over 80 artists to carefully work on every single part of the animation and creative process. Hello Boss creator Vivian Medrano has said, quote, it will be quite a wait before season 3. Some of the biggest announcements in Hell of a History will be revealed at Level Up Expo on April 25th through the 27th. Kickstarter for Farfetch, the animated pilot by Ashley Nichols and Cadaver Dave, has launched and has already passed over $21.8 thousand with a goal of 80,000. Amphibia Strange Voyage, a 10-issue graphic novel written by Matt Fraley and illustrated by Beatrice Bovo, is in the works. The novel will be a continuation of the series and follows Sprig and his friends exploring a new continent. Animatic work on Adventure Time Fiona Cake Season 2 will be wrapped in late May, early June. Minecraft movie director Jared Hess speaks out about police being called to screenings of the film. Quote, it's weird when you're having too much fun and then the cops get called. It's just literally cheering and throwing popcorn. Netflix is testing new search technology that uses OpenAI to find customers' TV shows and movies. It will allow customers to use far more specific terms, including their mood. The Ocean's prequel movie is still moving forward at Warner Brothers. Set during the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix, the film follows the couple as they teach their children how to steal from the rich. The Lego Minecraft movie Chicken Jockey set is now available to buy. Beetlejuice 3 is in the works. A Minecraft movie sequel is being developed, but the ink might not be dry on the deal yet, but imminently. Warner Brothers has confirmed they're developing new Gremlins and Goonies movies. Tony Gilroy says that Lucasfilm has a Star Wars horror project in the works. Bill Hader says he got fired from a movie theater job for spoiling the ending of Titanic for girls that made fun of him. Quote, they were making fun of me. They said I looked like Charles Manson, which I kind of did. I had a little bow tie on and cummerbund, and I was like, hey guys, please move. And they were like, no. So when they went in, as I tore the tickets, I was like, enjoy the movie. The boat sinks at the end, and Leo dies. And they were like, no he doesn't. I go, yeah, I think he's asleep, but he's frozen. And that showed them. Eh. Galactus was created for the Fantastic Four using more than just motion capture. But we built an entire costume for him. We've done a lot of photography testing to figure that out. The rumored lands and attractions coming to Universal Studios UK are Minions, Paddington, Jurassic World, Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings, and a James Bond stunt show. Mike Flanagan's Carrie TV series is greenlit at Prime Video. The series will be the series will be 8 episodes and begin filming this summer. Emma Corrin, Jack Lowden, and Olivia Colman will star in the Pride and Prejudice limited series for Netflix. Apple TV Plus has revealed a trailer for their summer slate, including Murderbot, Studio, Echo Valley, Chief of War, Fountain of Youth, Slow Horses Season 5, and The Morning Show Season 4. Film Festival. A British version of Saturday Night Live will premiere in 2026. Lorne Michaels will executively produce. The Minecraft movie director Jared Hess reacts to the chicken jockey meme. Quote, I've seen so many funny videos. It's great, especially when people are climbing on their friends' shoulders and standing up and cheering for these moments. For those moments, I'm just glad people are making memories with their friends and families. Marvel Comics announces Werewolf by Night, Blood Moon Rise from writer Michael Giacchino and artist David Messina. A live-action Magic the Gathering movie will be directed by Blackberry director Matt Johnson. The film is intended to be the start of a live-action cinematic universe for the franchise. I mean, to be fair, they have decades of lore to work with, so, I mean, that's not the worst idea. And with, like, all the various realms and stuff, like, all sorts of genres you could tackle. Like, they had a Western-themed set recently. You got, like, a Asian-style thing going on. You got your standard fantasy settings. So it's like, yeah, there's lots of potential with Magic the Gathering as far as movies go.
But as always, it's not the idea that's the problem. It's how
It's
the
the execution.
it's how the first movie is executed.
Yeah. Let's hope it goes well. The Last of Us has already been renewed for season 3 at HBO. More from the Minecraft movie. Jared Hess tells us why he chose the hyper-realistic look for the creatures in the Minecraft movie. But we wanted to give everything a lifelike, organic quality. These are actual living creatures, so we needed to give them muscle, but still kind of maintain that cubic shape. The first trailer for the Predator animated film has been released, releasing June 6th on Hulu. Hawk Twa Girl has been cast as Hawk Twa Girl in Glenn Powell's new comedy series, Chad Towers. Matt Berry was originally going to play Steve in the Minecraft movie, but couldn't due to scheduling conflicts after the strikes. What? Marvel just released an 8.5-hour video of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine breathing. Halfway through the video, he strikes a pose. Again, I must state, what? Okay, let me see this.
ASMR is my guess. You know, the type of thing you needed to relax.
I suppose. Anyway, Hans Zimmer reflects on his Interstellar score. Quote, it's one of the few movies where I'm going, actually, I did okay. Angry Birds 3 will release on January 29th, 2027 in theaters. Paramount will distribute the film after Sony distributed the first two. What? A Hershey's chocolate movie is in the works starring Alexandra Daddario and Finn Whitrock, directed by Mark Waters. Hey, what?
I think it's supposed to be a biopic on the actual founding of the brand name.
Okay, that makes more sense. The article title probably could have used a couple more words there.
At this point, more details aren't out yet, but still, that's my hunch.
Yeah,
Especially since I personally have been personally actually studied it back in high school.
no, that makes sense. So yeah, I got a first look at Predator Killer of Killers. It'll follow three anthology stories of the Predators fighting Vikings, samurais, and World War II pilots. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, releasing June 6th on Hulu. Tom Hiddleston, Tom Hiddleston breaks silence on returning as Loki in Avengers Doomsday. Quote, it's been an extraordinary chapter of my life playing Loki, and it's not over yet. Yay! Ari Aster and Lars Newsden will produce the live-action Death Stranding movie. With Michael Saransky set to direct the Death Stranding movie for for A24 Pictures and Hideo Kojima. Jenna Ortega reveals why she left the Scream franchise. Quote, it had nothing to do with pay or scheduling. The Melissa stuff was happening, and it was all kind of falling apart. If Scream 7 wasn't going to be with with that team of directors and those people I fell in love with, then it didn't seem like the right move for me in my career at the time. Makes sense. Peacemaker Season 2 will premiere on August 21st on Max. Jared Hess Jared Hess tells us why he chose the Piglins as the main villains for the live-action Minecraft movie. Quote, you've got the Ender Dragon, which could have made an amazing bad guy. Well, you've seen dragons before. For me, the Piglins stood out as something fresh. Oh yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
And given how they were kind of a major plot point in a certain music video fan series from at least a decade ago, if I'm thinking correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Herobrine's Easter egg in the live-action Minecraft movie was unintentional. Quote, all of their eyes were supposed to be purple, but when it rendered, or one of the characters' eyes kept coming out white in the final rendered frame. Ooh. Also, Jared Hess reveals that the Technoblade tribute in the Minecraft movie was a suggestion from Sebastian Hansen. Quote, he was like, look, there's this amazing Minecraft player named Technoblade who passed away, and I would love to be able to honor him somehow in the film. Good on him. Like, everyone who knows of Technoblade will recognize the tribute when they see it. And it's like, yeah.
And I can definitely say, as one who has seen the film, it's not quite all out, but you'll still get the hints.
Yeah. Jennifer Coolidge says Nitwit the Villager is her favorite romantic film partner ever. Quote, out of all the sex scenes and stuff I've done, I have to say I think my scene with Nitwit, it's the most attracted I've ever been to a character. Certainly turned on. Like, okay.
I admit, that was definitely one of the funnier moments of the movie.
Yep. Okay. Going to my other website, so yeah, it may be a little bit until I find something. Mythic Quest has been cancelled after 4 seasons. Apple TV Plus will be airing an updated finale episode with a new ending. Apparently, there's going to be a new Ghost in the Shell anime for 2026 revealed by animation studio Science Saru, who I guess were behind Dan to Dan. But the Mortal Legend Batman series has been announced, written by Kyle Higgins and art by Dan Mora, or as it has been dubbed on this forum, Tokusatsu Batman, because the suit, like, okay, yeah, that is a Super Sentai slash Power Rangers style suit right there. It's like, I am kind of digging it, actually. It's, quote, in Immortal Legend Batman, Dan, Matt, Erica, and I are using elements of superhero tokusatsu so readers can expect to see cool and recognizable elements like mech slash armor style transformations, specifically named combat moves, a gradually expanding team, and more. Alright, I am behind this. Like, I like that.
On an interesting note, not the first time something Japanese has been attached to Batman, as now I'm getting memories of a action figure set commercial that I have somewhere in the family archives. One of them was Samurai Batman.
Yeah.
First look on Michael Cera, first over Wes Anderson. Star film, the Foe and Cien Scheme. Releases May 30th in theaters. some of these notes for the Canes Festival. Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut, Eleanor the Great. Ellie Rowan, Unlikely Friendship, 19-year-old student, New York. Richard Linklater's Nouvelle Vague. Production of the cinema classic Breathless. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. What's My Time at Giza. And Ari Aster's at 10. This one's my sister's excited for. Sony Classic Squire's live film version of Merrily We Roll Along on Broadway.
Hey.
Rainbow Dash, first of the symbiote jumbos are up for pre-order. Grand Broken and rebuilding the Central Station and leaves for a top. Energy Seicho. ICC Caboose and SC40. Yeah. Houston Valley Mountain Road Club layout modules acquired by YouTuber Ron Davis. Milestone for the 2141s. Roll. Where's 551 return? Season beats in for Georgetown Loop.
My microphone did that thing again where after I unmute, after muting, it doesn't actually unmute the mic, so I have to cycle through again, so like mute, unmute, and then it actually works again. So yeah, I got a teaser trailer for a new Fox series featuring Gordon Ramsay, series named Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service, premiering May 21st, 2025. Like, okay, I'm up for a Gordon Ramsay series. I mean, mind you, it's a Fox Gordon Ramsay series, so it's like nowhere near as authentic as like UK Gordon Ramsay series. But I mean, could be good.
Secret Service, though, doesn't quite fit with cooking unless there's something. Unless it's one of those cover things.
So apparently, according to this, Ramsay will infiltrate the restaurant under the cover of night when a blacklight investigation will reveal more filth and grossness than ever before. By the time Ramsay reveals his identity, it will be too late for the staff to cover up their culinary crimes.
Health Inspector.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that could work.
This year's Emory Rail Heritage Trust grants are revealed. This is Anti-Adrian tickets for summer going on sale in May.
The Transformers Compendium set Kickstarter campaign has set a day one record. yeah, it just looks like all the Transformers comics, like Transformers, Transformers UK, relevant GI Joe comics, Transformers Generation 2 UK, Transformers Universe, stories from Transformers Annual, Transformers the movie numbers 1 through 3. So yeah, quite a lot. And it comes in two varieties: an Autobot version in red or a Decepticon version in purple. If I were to get that, it's like, uh, I'm a sucker for things in purple.
Sounds like it's only the Marvel imprint.
Yeah, yeah, like the old 80s and 90s comics. Yeah, apparently in just one day they had over 1.8 million dollars worth of pledges, beating the previous records made by the GI Joe campaign, also by the same group.
Gordon Petit VEP set. Announces first Diesel Gauntlet Visitor.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon series that works at Amazon from Jason Ning, Ron Moore, and Sony TV. I remember seeing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in the theaters, only to find out, like, wait, you have to read this movie? Yeah, I think this was before I started getting into subtitled anime.
Full transport arrangements underway. Over-the-day plans for Fielding District Steam Rail Society. And Hurricanes for this week are throws for the family of Alejandro de la Pena, Titanic Predator, Cola Fox, Tommy Boy, Jay North, Dan Smith, Maya, Joey D. Fioria, Fierce Beavis Day Off, Levy, DreamWorks, Amblin, Columbia, Icky Cats, Sin City, Nano Tempo, Deep Purple, looks like Trouble, 2000, Cheltenham Gold Cup, Dead Mr. CBS BBC, and amongst the higher notes are William Roberts, Blade Chronicles, Appleseed, Pat Lieber, Radio Legend, Dennis Prager, and Bill Petras, Overwatch and Warcraft. like I said, let's take care of this coming week. From an annual to a few minor things, as well as get ready for next weekend. So to catch up on the action that will be happening this weekend. And of course, we have a couple more episodes to get through before we switch back towards regular scheduling. Until which, stay safe, stay well, get back, scoop boosted, pray.